Hi class, this is the first video lesson. I'm not going to cover any content today. I just want to kind of get everybody set up, make sure everybody can hear this, make sure you can watch the video, and just kind of give you a sense of what it's going to be like without having you to do any kind of big work. What I'm going to get you to do though is I have a couple questions just about the video. They're really straightforward questions just to make sure that you can watch the video and you are watching the video. And then tomorrow we're going to do our first video chat. So we'll see how that video chat goes. Hopefully everybody can get set up with it. So this first kind of week, the goal by the end of the week is to have everybody set up so they can watch the class or they can go to the video chat and they can watch these videos and submit the questions. So don't feel like we need to get stuff done today. It's just about making progress. I realize this is a stressful time, especially how the class dynamic is changing drastically, and every class you have is going to be different. So I'm sure that how I'm running the class is going to be very different than how other teachers are running the class. And it's going to take some time to get used to this big change. So don't feel like this week you need to jump into doing work right away. It's going to be pretty slow. That being said, if you're feeling like I need work, I'm going crazy at home, send me an email if you're looking for some more work at any point during the rest of the semester, rest of the school year. If you feel like you want more learning opportunity than I'm giving you, please email me. I'm happy to give you a bit more, not work, but more opportunity to learn. So if you're feeling like you want more, just let me know and we can tailor it to how you want the work to look. So this is a new situation for everybody. So any opinions you have, any ideas, any criticism, hopefully it's nice criticism, but that's fine either way. I'm happy to listen to it and try to change the classroom around that. I want it to be a good experience for everybody, so I'm happy to adapt as we go. So your feedback is going to be huge in that, especially because we don't have this, we don't have the one-on-one conversations that we would have in class. So it's hard for me to get that ideas from you. So at any point, you can email me, even during our video calls with the class, you can mention them there. So that being said, I'm just going to introduce you to where I am, how I'm doing, and then I'm going to go through kind of what we're going to cover. It might be a bit different than what we were going to cover before, and then also I'll talk through a little bit about assessment. There's a lot going on about assessment, and it is changing day to day. So hopefully I'll give you some ideas about assessment and how it might change and might adapt. So first off, I'm up in Sonotula on Malcolm Island. I'm quarantining up here for the first bit anyways, just because my place in Victoria is pretty small, so I'm up here with my partner's family, which is great because I got 2 dogs up here that I get to play around with, and the population is like 700 people, so I can go for a walk and not have to worry about running into people, which is great. So I'm doing pretty good up here, nothing too stressful. My internet connection might be a bit bad, we'll see. If it doesn't work, I'll head back to Victoria. A couple things that I'm noticing are very different for me, which are very basic, is I miss grocery shopping. I don't know what it is. I enjoy grocery shopping, enjoy looking at what kind of food I can get and stuff like that. But the grocery store up here, what they're doing is they're just getting people to email in orders, and then they have like a package ready for you and go pick it up. And it's a pretty small store, so they don't even have a website or anything like that. You can online shop, so you try to do it based on memory. So I'm definitely missing grocery shopping, having kind of my normal food. But it's been pretty normal. There's definitely lots of food. It's not like we're going to run out of food. It's just some things like yeast I can't get, so I can't make any bread. But I'm trying to make some sourdough starter. Which the other thing I'm missing is definitely my classes. 2 weeks is a long time to be away, and you're going to be away for a lot longer. So definitely miss seeing everybody, saying hi to everybody. I guess I have to say this to answer the question I'm going to ask you, but the 2 dogs I have up here are Pippin, who is a Bernedoodle, so a Bernese Mountain Dog, and a Poodle Mix. She's crazy, but very nice. And then there's Finnegan, who is a Labradoodle, so part lab, part doodle. Pippin's actually here. Pippin, come here. Come here. This is Pippin. She's a handful. And then, Finn, come here. Oh. This is Finnegan, who doesn't like being picked up too much. Oh gosh, okay. So, hopefully I have a smooth transition in there somewhere. Been trying to look at some YouTube videos of some of the creators I follow and some other teachers and how they're doing it, how they can make it interesting. I don't know. I'm not good at this stuff, so we'll see how interesting they can make the videos. Anyways, okay. So off to earth science. So for earth science, what we're going to do is we're going to really quick, well, not really quick, we're going to touch on the Rot cycle. I realize a lot of people have looked at the Rot cycle throughout elementary school and some basic science classes in grade or middle school as well, and then grade 9 and 10. I just want to touch on some interesting ideas, nothing too crazy. I want to keep it more. So maybe I should start here. For earth science, I want to cover mainly the core ideas. And for me, the core ideas are scientific thinking and how to look at a problem through a science lens. So this doesn't mean knowing all the fault lines, doesn't mean knowing what type of rock is what kind of rock. It's about how to identify information and how to process information. So we're going to try to, as best we can, focus on looking at scientific thinking and less about content. That being said, we're going to touch on the Rot cycle just a little bit to make sure that everybody's on the same page. It's kind of like a starting base. And then we're going to go into climate change. Climate change is a really interesting topic right now, especially with the pandemic going on. There's a lot of different angles to climate change, from how less travel going on is improving air quality, to how all the waste or medical waste is affecting climate change, to how climate change is being put on the back burner and might not be talked about as much because this is their massive emergency for the world in this pandemic that's going on. So climate change is going to be kind of the majority of what we talk about, but from a scientific point of view. I don't want to get into a political point of view as much. We can talk about it certainly, but I want it to be like a scientific point of view on how to understand information. In this, we can also look at how to understand information with the COVID-19 virus, or SARS-CoV-2, I think we're calling it as well. There's so much information about it, and sometimes information is just all over the place. It's not even that it's misinformation sometimes, which there's definitely misinformation, but everybody seems to have a different take on it. So if you are able, or if you develop good scientific thinking skills, it's a lot easier to look at the information and kind of deduct or deduce what is important and what is not important. So these are kind of the skills that we want to build on. And then if we have time, we'll touch on the water cycle.